Hi everybody, it's Donna from Donna'sDreamWorks.blogspot.com, and today I think it's time to begin to celebrate fall. It doesn't feel a lot like fall right here. It's still in the high 80s and low 90s in Florida, but if it's almost October, it's going to get cooler and less humid pretty soon, so I think it's time to celebrate. So I thought I'd make a nice fall card today to send to somebody. I like to send them to the Floridians because we do celebrate fall. It means we made it through another summer. So I'm going to start with this piece of cardstock, and I'm not exactly sure what color you call this. It's like almost like a cinnamon color. It's in the brown tones, but it's not really brown. And I have a chocolate brown mat. This is an A2 size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This mat is cut at 5.25 by 4. And then I have this pretty paper here. Isn't this beautiful paper? It's actually some paper I'm using right now to work on a mini album for fall. And the paper collection is a Recollections. It's the new Recollections die cuts with a view. They have a Recollections exclusive in Michael's, and this is the Simply Autumn. It has some of the prettiest papers. Look at the sparkle on that paper. And look at the trees. Aren't they pretty? And it has some blocks. Look at this one. And some tags. It just is amazing. So I'm busy working on an album, and I had this one little piece left over, so I thought I'd add it to my card. And I'm going to start by putting that piece on. And I've had an issue with my ATG, so we may be going to glue here. And as you can see, it's not winding very well right now. What it is that roll is almost empty, and they kind of get hard to operate after a while when they get that close to being empty. There, that's pretty. And I do have a little piece of ribbon, and this ribbon came from a stamped TV kit that I got a couple of years ago, and I'm just going to add it right in here. We'll use the cheater method. Seems to want to lay better that way. It's almost like a burlap ribbon. Okay, now I have a mat. That is going to go about like this. It's another one of these cinnamon mats. But we can probably get this one down if I can make my tape runner work. Isn't that amazing? Look at this. Usually it winds up by itself after a little bit, but it's not going to do it this time. So what I'm going to do is just go to another little glue runner, and we'll get this card put together. Oh, I have some glue up there. Okay, this ribbon is a little hard to keep flat, but there is going to be another pad on top of it, so it should be fine. So then that's going to go here. What I might do, because it's not going to show, is to put a little bit of a glue run under here and just get that down. There you go. Not too low. I want some of that glitter to show. I have that one, and then on top of that one we have a stamped image here that I'm going to put. So I don't get these two put together. And this is a stamp also from the same Stamp TV kit from a couple of years ago. And you're going to get to watch me color. How exciting. It's really not my forte. But this isn't too difficult. As I said, it's a couple of days into fall, but I had the window open a little while this morning. We like to open the house up if we can in the morning. We have a cat who likes to go in and out of the lanai and out on the porch to look for whatever cats look for, bugs mostly, I guess. And so we like to open it up if we can, and we like it open too. But by 11 o'clock, it was time to close it up because the house was getting so warm. And one of these days I'm going to learn how to color using Copics. But right now, this is how I do it. I'm just adding a little shading over in here. And we'll get this done as soon as possible. Oh, my marker is running out of ink. Let's see if the other end is working. Well, guess what? We'll put that on the list. And I am actually going to go craft shopping when I finish here. I was reading a Better Homes and Gardens magazine this morning, and there was a 40% off from Martha Stewart Crafts, which you don't see too often. So I have to use that. How many of you watched that 24 hours or all day on HGTV, not in HGTV, Home Shopping Network yesterday? It was all crafts. I watched some of it and then I just had to walk away because you could go broke watching that show. As you all know, we love to craft. And so I'm just going to go over these apples really quick. That's one thing I do miss from being up north, going to the apple orchard and getting the fresh apples right off the tree. There just is nothing the same as when they come right off the tree. Just as any fruit or vegetable is when it's fresh picked. They're so much nicer. And I have a variety of apples available down here, but of course they're all shipped in from whatever state, Washington and New England and New York. And they're just not quite the same. But they're still tasty. A couple of little green leaves here. I don't see any other. Give it a little one over here. I'm going to make one over there. And I'm going to take my white gel pen and just give a little highlights on some of these apples here. Add a little dimension. Okay, so that does that. And we'll get that put down. And hopefully I didn't color my way right out of my time frame. If I did, you'll see part of the coloring and not part of the coloring because it'll be edited out. Okay, and I have some leaves here, and I'm going to put them on some foam dots. If I can find some scissors. And I'm just going to decorate the bottom of this basket a little bit with some of these leaves. And what I did, I cut these leaves out of Gypsy Wanderings and then used a leaf stamp that I have. It's just a maple leaf stamp. And I just stamped over the leaf. And I really didn't care if it didn't match the size of the leaf. It really was just to give it some lines. So they don't have to be exactly the same as the leaf, because my leaves are different sizes here. And one more. And I think I'm going to have to cut that one down a little bit. Okay, and then for my sentiment, I have a stamp that it says celebrate, and it's actually a birthday stamp, and it says celebrate, and then the other part of it has a birthday hat on it. But I just masked off the birthday hat and stamped the celebrate, and then computer generated the word fall, and we're going to pop that up. One more dimensional. Flying across the room. Oh, I've just put ink on my new mat. Shame on me. And we're just going to put that right up here. And that was fairly simple. A nice fall card. This card opens portrait ways. And we'll put some paper on the inside, perhaps something that would go with these orange dots, and then a white mat or cream colored mat for the inside sentiment. Okay, well that's the card for today. A happy shopping for me this afternoon, and I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Take care and play nice.